deliver in Cincinnati. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Watson. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Mixon with a first down carry. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
11 mighty, 11 MT, 11 MT. 12, stop.
Again, it's Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On 2, ready?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And I don't think he got there, no. Just short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
11.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-0. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They run again on first down. Chubb. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Trey Hendrickson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find it.
And he's going to go down again. Joseph inside. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Here we go.
On second down, here's Mixon. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
11, Thomas. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Bengals hit 4 and 8 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this 1st half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. A give running right is Chubb. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Here we go.
Burrow on third down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
11 MT.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. 11 MT. 11 MT. Stop.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Caught left side by Hilton. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11.
Burrow will throw. He goes right back the way of Hilton. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Again, it's Burrow. Throws the out route, and he finds Hilton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. Got a man open, it's Chase. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
11.
A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
Now it's Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand.
Here we go.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
11 mighty.
Here's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
McPherson on for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Chubb running to the wide side. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Mixon will get it to start the second half. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 50 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mixon up the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Burrow on play action, steps away. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Faking the give, now Watson. Out to his left. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They go with Chubb on second down. And some space here. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now Cade York for the extra point.
And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Browns 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Mixon with a first down carry. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
11 MT. 11, 11. 11 Thomas. 12, 12, 12.
Now it's Burrow.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Watson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 2. 12.
From the 40 now on second down. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs. And they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Burrow's throw here pulled in by Hilton. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to second and 15.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Here we go.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming.
Here we go.
This is 3rd and long.
Shot.
Play action. It's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over.
Yeah,
I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
First tip. First tip. That's 31. That's 59.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Browns have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
Bengals 14.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent 1st half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's good.
11.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Open man is Chase, complete.
On 2, ready?
2nd and 5.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
11 empty. 11 empty. Shot.
Burrow looking to pass. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
11 MT tape. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's got it to Hilton.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
12.
at the 46-yard line.
11. Stop.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And that is taken in by Hurst. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout,
Here we go.
extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Stop.
Quick throw here to Hilton.
And he'll be out of bounds after his short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
On 1, ready? 11 Thomas.
Burrow. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And some room to work. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 31 yards. And the Browns look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. And oh, it's wide right. No good. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Browns are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Man, 220 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week, offense still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.